Oop, hold on. What is that? What's up, guys? How's everybody today? I'll keep the talking to a minimum if I can. I'm in a really good, I have great spirits today. I don't know why, because I know I'm going to get shut down up here. But what I'm doing is I'm heading towards, there's very few people that will recognize it. Well, you've seen this in my videos, but I think it's only, would be Dan that would know where I am right now. Maybe one or two other people. But anyway, I'm heading up to Little Bigfoot Universe, and I'm trying to get a, here, I'm just hitting snow now. Oh, man. This is why I kind of want a four-wheeler so bad. I'm looking for like a cheap, I feel like if I actually spent money, just a little bit of money in this particular case, it might actually save the summer, because, see, my truck's got 220,000 miles on it. You can see my windshield's cracked. I got no speedometer. Little things like that have been happening. It's still running great. The motor runs great. And I got these vibrations, and as you can see, this is brutal. It's from the snowmobiles. You guys. Oh, it's the same thing over there. I was thinking I could get through this. Man. It's the whoopties. It's all whoopties. I knew I needed to wait. I know my time frames here, because I especially when I have my motorcycle, I would check on a daily basis pretty much. Let me get out here for a second. I want to do some, all this is unplanned. I just wanted to kind of say hello as I was going up, and I can see. Here's the great news. You guys, this stuff's melting quickly. You know, when you got the dirt in between, it's like 50 maybe out here, 55. It's so beautiful. I saw my first bear ever in Colorado cross right here. It was a cinnamon brown. So it was red, reddish color bear. And he came down this hill right about where I am. It might have been, yeah, it's right about here, and then he disappeared down there, and then he went down and turned that corner. He just disappeared into thin air. It was so cool. I mean, you would think you'd see more bears here, and you just, they're so good at avoiding you, I think, because of the, I'm seeing some sticks broken there. Where is that? Right there. Yeah, no big deal, but if you see new brakes and stuff, because you guys, wait till I show you the new work up this road. I'm not going to be able to get all the way up this road till July. I think is it June 21st or July 21st? This is gated up top. You guys have seen me come up to that gate before in the springtime. But I do a lot around it. I don't know, that brake is very, it's attracting me, that brake. It could very well be weather related, but I don't know. This whole little thing of trees is really funky to me, and I've never been in there, but I always just kind of look over there, because the whole patch is just kind of, it's got their otherworldly little twists and stuff, and it could be nothing. And of course up there is really cool. I'm considering going to the petroglyphs tomorrow. This is my first real, I think, exciting video is going to be with Callie, because of where we're going. Now I got to try to figure out what do I do here. I'm stuck. I'm not stuck, but I'm sort of stuck. Oh yeah. Oh man. I'm just getting sucked right in. I can see right there. That's going to be a mistake. I won't get stuck where I'm not moving, but what happens is, especially in an all-wheel drive, if you get into this stuff, it's so wet, and it's got so many hard bumps on it that I'm going to end up getting sucked over. And if I get my rear end in that little trench there, or that way even worse, I'm just going to fall off. I'm going to be stuck. I'm so disappointed about that. Whoa. So I'm just going to have to back out of here slowly, unfortunately. All right, well, let's go check some other spots. This is what I'm doing today. These days are actually costly for me, because I might not even get a video out of it. Let's see if I can get a zoom through the window. Use the steering wheel. Look how gorgeous it is up there in the sun. I know that hill is used. I don't even know that hill at all, except that I can see it from a distance, and it goes all the way this way. And then you can walk up to it. There's a trail actually that walks up to the corner of that, and it's brutal. It goes straight up the hill. You can do it. I could do it. It's not fun. It's like a mile long up a hill like this, and then I could walk that ridge line. But I was thinking about doing that today. I think it's going to be really good up there. Do you know why? Because I know this area, and there's nowhere where if you get to a unique spot around here, especially, as you go, way up there, it's just absolutely incredible. It's one of my first places, and this is the road that leads to Bigfoot Universe, which is about 12 miles from here, 13 miles, I think it is. And I want to go, you guys don't understand. This is what I do now, and I'm always busy with people. I'm always busy with, it's not like I just sit around and do nothing. I don't do anything for myself ever. I don't do any fun. I don't spend money on anything. I don't do, you know what I mean? It's always like messages, or I'm helping somebody, just recently, a lady that I'm actually kind of like a consultant in a sense. And I've really helped people. I didn't realize I had those abilities to, really give some knowledge on the subject, on a subject like Bigfoot in your backyard type of thing. People that are seeing them, I have some unique things. I have things where, I just promise not to talk about it, things like that. There's people that, really, I'm seeing something weird there, that really understand that, the more private they keep it, the better, And I kind of agree with that. I know it's hard to believe that, being that I'm on YouTube and I'm showing, but you'd be surprised. It's a very limited amount of people. People are like, you have 40,000 subscribers almost. I'm like, I know, and I love that, but it's not 40,000 people watching. You have to understand. No one gets my notifications, and very few people. And it stays within our community, and that's all they care about. They don't want this stuff, maybe not this video, but the stuff I show getting out to people and saying, hey, which it has. A lot of you guys have told me, Mark, I used to think you were crazy, blah blah blah. I used to hate you for some reason. Now I'm sorry, and I did what you do now, and you've changed, you've opened my eyes, things like that. So that makes me feel good. It's kind of like a cliche, like if I helped one person, but it's kind of true. Like, you really do. It makes you feel good, is what I think that cliche is. Some people are like, well, if I reach one kid, and it's kind of true. It really does give you a great feeling that, everything you've done has affected people. I've gotten messages from people, that were dying, and stuff, or have died, and, said, Mark, you got me through, I was on a bed for 18 months, and I would just wait for your videos. I was like, really? My videos? He's like, yeah, you take me into the woods, and so, that's a good feeling when when you're feeling like a loser and someone sends you a message like that. So thank you guys so much for letting me do this. I think this is going to be a great summer. If I stay in this, I plan on giving you the best summer you could get in Bigfoot. I'm really hoping that's the case, and I'm really thinking about adjusting my winter if I stay in this. I can't just sit up here for all winter next winter. I can't do it. I've got to go out and be places, and that was kind of my hopes. Was I just couldn't afford it this winter. People wanted me to come to Arizona and visit them. They wanted me to come here, and people offer. They're like, Mark, we can pay your airfare, and I'm like, I just don't feel comfortable. Like I hate that. I don't want anyone to have to pay for me. It's like I just want to do this for free. I don't know why. All right, let me get out of here. Let's hope I end up somewhere else. Sorry for all the talking, but I just like to say hi. Over and out. Hey, I also just wanted to give a big shout out to Robert, who I'm actually just talking to now on Messenger, Bob from Germany, who just really has, kicked in and helped me a lot, The cool thing about Bob helping me, is, he's done all this already. He's been out here, I think, even before me, he knows what's going on. Like, he knows it's real. He's seen it for himself. He's done great videos with himself. That didn't sound right. Great videos, on his own doing Bigfoot, and he's just that's just an extra special person to have helping you, because he knew when I lost some support on Patreon just because of personal things that people were having. He stepped right up and helped me, and Pandora as well in Australia. Just really, both of you guys at the same time just kind of helped me last month and Robert again today. Robert put me. I was like had anxiety, you guys, this morning, like over the summer and spring and summer, and he helped me out. It just made me feel so much better today. And so that's why I'm out. I was actually out already trying to. I'm just doing scouting, you guys. I hope it's not too boring. Maybe I can show you some, some sights as I'm out. I'm heading up to another spot now. It's a while, just from where I turn around to my next spot is going to be an hour. So today will be like, I think it's not going to be too long, maybe like 6 or 7 hours of just checking certain areas for access. Like, because once I see them, I'll know how long, approximately, with the snow. So let's see what happens. We're going to go, actually, I'm going to go up there and I can see it's already a lot of snow. Uh-oh. Too fast. I don't believe there's activity in here. I think they come down these trenches and stuff like that. I could walk up there and see stuff, and I think the bears use those as well. Because when I saw my bear, I never see them here. He went right into that trench up that ways where it's more growth, and he just disappeared going up the trench. So here's some other good news. It's beautiful out right now. It's 50 here. I'm up a little bit. It's probably 60 in town, and it's going to be like this all week, if not warmer. I think it's going to be 68 tomorrow or something like that. So this is really, really good. I'm actually considering going to the petroglyphs or down below, and then I'm waiting for Callie to let me know when we can come down. Yes, my windshield's cracked. If you can see that, it's driving me crazy. So that's all. Just giving you an update. Give me a sec. How is that possible? So I said, give me a sec, right? I don't know if I'll put that video in. I see this patch, but I never really think much of it. And I'm going by now, and I'm seeing stuff I didn't see last year. Could be nothing, so let's just take a look on camera. First time I have not been up here. And I get out, and I hear a... That's what I heard. I swear to you guys. I usually don't talk about what I hear too much because I don't want to, make it seem like I'm making up stories, but I know the people that know me believe me. It looked interesting here because everything else is so dry. There's nothing. You can see that's where I need to be. Not necessarily there, but actually higher, and it's coming along. You got places that have lots of snow like that. But the sun's on it and it's melting. That's a footprint. Could it be a person? Yeah. I'm right there. Not too many people use this road. It's not because it's so it's not fun in a car. People do go up it though. It's 21 miles long and comes out somewhere else. Oh, okay. That's why it's all chopped up. They dug a trench through here. Because I was like, man, something's going on up here. Like, I thought it looked like they just moved in and made a new home here. And it's not. It's the town made some kind of trench. It's just a drainage. Yeah, it's just drainage. I used to dig the same things. Piles of sticks don't mean really anything to me when I'm seeing a trench. All right, so that... I'm just wondering, like, did they come... Are they around the spot? I honestly don't think so. I don't think they are. You know why? Because I notice it... This is the stick that made me come up here. Because they love to do the borders like that. See how it's touching this one? So I could clearly see it down there, making like a makeshift border. And then the way it ended right on that looked a little suspicious to me, but I gotta tell you, normally I would say Bigfoot did that. I don't think so. In this case, I just don't think they're here. Down this low. It's too hot here. There's nothing fun about being here. You guys, it's 50 and the sun is so beautiful. right now that it is, I mean, you could just be in a t-shirt at 50 degrees, 55. All right. I want to get a four-wheeler so bad. Just for this stuff, not to go riding, but just to like, I got deer. That's it. I'm not going to waste anybody's time or mine right here. That's it. There's nothing here. They haven't even, from what I can tell, even walked. Even been here ever. That's what I think. No Bigfoot. That's what we'll call the video. No Bigfoot. Some of these I feel like I'm just doing for a few people anyway. Like Patreon and the people that like to get updates and stuff. Okay, so nothing. Interesting. Well, just because they don't do much work, you know. I'm getting down to the end of the road there, but this was done like last summer. Nothing. Bigfoot. This is the first time I've ever said this. Bigfoot has never been there. Ever. Or any of his friends or anybody. Like that I can tell. They're not leaving anything there. Alright, next place. Let's go. Here's a good example of how it's like it's impossible to see anything. Like when, as a human, you're looking out there, you think you're going to see anything that shouldn't be there, and you just don't see anything. And I just happened to see these guys by accident. Look at this. Let's see if I can get on these guys. Where are they? I have direct sunlight right now. Right there. Deer. Cool. And, you know, this was the initial thinking with Bigfoot. Let's do a little Bigfoot talk. You know, it's common sense, and you're actually not, you know, stupid for thinking that, because, you know, it's one of those scenarios you got to work through your head. Like, the deer are down here now. They're obviously just out of the snow, right? The snow's up there. That's not too far for them. And they're in places where there's a whole nother group right there. Somewhere right there. Right there. You know, so like, well, you know, the deer come down, the elk come down, the moose come down, then the Bigfoots must come down. Well, it's possible, but if they do, it's not like it's not for the reasons that these other animals are. And I don't think that they really do move all that much. Like, so some might. Look at that beautiful mountain out in the distance. Look at that. It's in the clouds. That's a 14er right there. 14,000 feet tall. Well, at the top, that's how far it is from sea level. Pretty amazing. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so it's, you know, it's not like that. Like, I think some go, you know, like, but the main groups stay always. I can't quite figure it out. They have like places they go into, you know, like caves and the ground. I don't want to explain it any more than that right now. It's just not what we think. That's all. I'll always say this, because, you know, I didn't know this stuff until 4 years later. It's not what we think. Beaver. That's what a beaver does. Okay, that's not Bigfoot. You know, Bigfoot's a little like a beaver in the woods, you know, with the way they leave that stuff, but that's definitely a beaver. You know, one thing, this will educate a few people, actually. I didn't know it for the longest time in my life. I mean, I've known it now for a long time, but people don't realize, people always thought that beavers make dams for, oh, is that him right there? Oh, no, there's a goose in there. Look at him hiding in there. He's hiding like a Bigfoot. See him? That's a goose. You alright, buddy? He really thinks he's hiding in there. People used to think they would dam so they could catch fish, which makes sense too. There's a lot of things like that, that you just use your common sense with. And beavers actually eat wood. That's what they actually eat. Is the wood. Look at this. This is actually really cool. He's been right just today, basically. This spring. Taking big trees out and leaving structures. That looks like a Bigfoot structure, and it's not. It's definitely not. Cool. All right, over now. Some of these houses are just absolutely gorgeous. So I'm heading up to this other spot. I don't know if I'll put this video up or not. I have so much video like this because I spend so much time. So if you just see a video, there's 20 more hours from that week probably that I was talking and doing videos. I just don't put in because it's just vlogging basically. Let me get up here. I'm trying to go up to one of my favorite places that I can just pull over from the road and go in. And it's a great place to gauge what's happening in the area. The structures up here are right in the open. They're unbelievable. Where they actually are the most up here, you can't see the structures. You have to go in to see them. I filmed them. I've also took Joel up here, and we had some of the most amazing pictures just from the side of the road. One where Joel was right next to them, 3 or 4 of them, right there in front of them. They loved him. They love you if you're if you have an extra sense, like if you're median or whatever. If they can talk with you, they love you. It's crazy. How can you hear us? How can you hear us? Things like that. Let me get up here. All right, you know what? I'm not even going to go all the way up. There's just too much snow still. I need another week because I'd like to get in here when there's snow, but when I can actually walk through it, because you get some great footprints and stuff. I wanted to come to the teepee at least. Isn't that amazing? You get your teepee right there, right? Which I've shown at least 10 times now in a video, just because I go by this one a lot. And then you go across. In the summer, it's so obvious. Their trail comes right across. It goes into there, and then you got your leaners. So you have your signals, you have your double there, right? These are just markers, and then you got your leaner with the, with the crazy bend right there. I've always wanted to go in this way, the back way, and walk up, because there's more. There's another teepee I filmed up there. There's all kinds of stuff. They live right here. This would fall under the private property, category. I call it private property Bigfoot. It just works for some reason, that word. And it's the way they can do it. You have to understand is they're completely aware of everybody. So they know what you think. They know your life basically. What's going on. They know how to act on your property. They know if they can build a giant structure in your woods or if they have to be more careful, type of thing. And look at that. You guys, it's so close. I'm so excited. I'm actually thinking about leaving. I don't know if I said it today yet, in the morning for the petroglyphs, which is 4.5 hours just to get there. So I usually stay the night just in a crappy hotel up there. I don't like the town. It's just a real depressing town. But I go up there. It's 3 hours to town and about an hour and 15 to the petroglyphs. Just in the middle of nowhere. It's amazing. And I don't really want to go there, but it's such a great place that I could do so much more at. And yeah, it's kind of like just a filler. It give me something to do, and it's hard because it's just so far, and but until I just need another week or two here, maybe even less, because it's so beautiful. Tomorrow's gonna be 68 degrees, so let's just see what happens. I'm gonna just throw up a hello video, vlog. Do not watch this unless you want to hear me talking. How is there so many teepees on this mountain? Not to mention, if I go over there to one of my best places, it's extremely difficult to get to, the place I bring Nico, where they push the trees down and stuff. It's just higher than this, so I can tell I still have a lot of snow. Feet of snow up here. Right, doing this. I know they're back. They're in there right now. making new structures for me. That's one of their little, under that little spot. I'm actually looking the opposite way as the camera. I'm looking down at the snow. It's not too bad in there. I'll be in there within a week. Because I want to get in there while I like getting in there. So I might see 2 feet of snow, but yeah, you know, you can still navigate around it. I like that. It's a fun time to be in there because they're just starting to do stuff. You know, this is what I'm talking about in here. Sorry, I was in there already. Where they blind it all up. You cannot penetrate this forest with your eyes at all. There's teepees down there. There becomes more every time I drive by, just in these woods here. You know, nothing here. They do little things back 100 yards back. A whistle would be great right now. I got a whistle today. It's so bizarre. It had to be a bird, I guess. I don't, because I literally left the spot, like, I got out of the car here. And I'm like, this is a new Bigfoot spot on the way to Bigfoot. I've never seen it. And I passed it 100 times. And I say, after walking up there, where the drainage thing was, I don't think it is. And I forgot all about the whistle until just now. Because I leave there, I'm like, Bigfoot's never been here. That's what I said. And I don't know, the whistle was a little bit unexplainable unless I was, you know, I was just getting out of the car, so like there was other noises involved. Maybe I was hearing things. I don't know. I'm willing to believe that because I just don't believe that they were there. That's a spot of theirs. And it's rare where I get a whistle out of the snow. There's a great structure back there that I can't see because of the walls. Okay, let me go by. It's kind of cool here. You can see the X's, which you can't see in the summer. You can literally see their structures in the aspens. Joel, remember we were right here, me, you, and Donna, and we were like, that over there is so good. Because you just got to go into these patches because it goes into oblivion out there. It's absolutely, look at that. Wow, I didn't know you could see that from here. You know how far away that is? Well, on the road, it's 21 miles. Because I show you guys that. You can't even imagine how much different it is once you're over there. God, I never knew that was it. I know by the humps. So you guys, look how unique that is right there. Tell me something's not going on right there. See, hump, hump, hump. Look at the beauty line behind, I call it. The military crest up there with the forest on top. It's incredible. I know that you guys, if I go up there, you'll see these incredible hangouts right there on that crest because that's where they like to look out. It's a view. They love the view. That's one of my main areas now, and I'm going to be over there. God, I hope it's soon. I'm losing it. You know, like it's that special up here in the summer. That's why I stay here. I stay here just for this now. I was thinking I could technically move anywhere if I really wanted to. I mean, I could still be Colorado Bigfoot in, you know, in some other state, I guess. I don't know. Who cares? But there's something special about here, and I haven't seen anything that duplicates the amount of stuff I can get here. I think there is places. It's just that people aren't showing them to me yet. Great spots and great places, yes. The girls, I'm telling you, watch the girls. Over now. Oh, I remember this spot. Let me show you this. So right here, I got some activity. Remember this? I was zooming up here. I know some of you will remember that. They were whistling at me from the car. It's one of the few times. I think it's happened more than I forget some of the stuff. But it's not a big deal where it's happened many times where you're in the car and then from the thing he's like, you know he's saying like, yo, idiot, you're looking the wrong way. I don't see anything up there. Special place. Private property. Hey, I thought I'd just make an interesting point about here. in the spring, right, with the first snows here, footprints everywhere. We had footprints. I think that's game footprints right there. I can't tell. I really can't. But like we had, you know, their footprints going up here all over the place. And I'd noticed, I've been up here, I don't know, 3 or 4 times in the middle of the winter just to do scouting thing, just to look. And it started becoming less and less. So the more the winter progressed, the less footprints I see. And now at the end of the winter, we got a big melt recently, but I don't even see anything indicating a crossing here of footprints. And what's going to happen is you'll see, I'll try to remember what I'm saying now next time I'm here when I can walk in there, and I'll show you footprints. We'll find footprints in the snow and inside the woods. But so the point I'm trying to make is there seems to be some kind of lull up here in the middle of the winter. Now, I don't know if it means they're not moving as much, or they just go into their permanent place wherever they are, or, you know, there is some kind of more of a paranormal thing, because we'll get these incredible faces with eyeballs, not pareidolia, physical bodies with eyeballs that are making expressions looking at us, you know, in 5 feet of snow that I can't explain. You know, I can't even make it up. Were those my pads? Hold on a second. Oh my god, my pads are making noise. I need brake pads. Triangle. Structures bends. Where's my X? There's an X right there. You can't see it because of the snow. That's how I found that spot, was that X. Alright, over and out. I can't believe you guys, my brake pads are shot. That's where I might go now, and see if they can't throw them on real quick. Over and out. So if you watch my little laundry video, this is where it was when I had my real camera today. I've got to go in there. It's ready. All I got to do is get across that river. It's really roaring today because of the snow melting, and it's going to be like this now for a while. I think I can get across there. It's just right here. It's really deep. And I'm sure there's somewhere around here where I could get across. That's not where I can get to, but it gives you an idea. I'm gonna go into this valley down there. They have it so marked up. It's unbelievable. It's an untouched place. It's the one common sense. Look at the X right there. It's the one place, or it's the one common sense that we can use with them that seems to work. You know, nobody can get in there. It's surrounded by private property, and there's a river blocking it. And the only people I've ever seen in this river, of course, if they're trout fishing, and they have no interest in going into these, you know, 2 miles into this valley. It's a great spot. It's so great that they come all the way out to the edge and just mark it all. I mean, it's all forks. I know it's hard to see really right now. I'm just kind of looking to see. There was actually pictures from me pointing my cell phone over there. What is that? That looks interesting. Look, lumberyard. It's a lumberyard. And it looks like, I don't know what that is right there. A tree, I guess it's just a tree. In darkness. You can tell, but sometimes when I'm in questions, because I can't see on my little screen. You know, of course, when I'm reviewing the video, I'll be able to tell, typically. Yeah, I'm thinking just go, like, over here. Like, you know, I can park here, walk down this little whatever it is, little working thing, and then just get across, come over here, and go into there. And then it becomes like that, you know, and it stays trees and down below, and it's highly interesting to me, and it's going to be cool no matter what. I think that's going to be a fun video just to see what's in there, much less the Bigfoots. Where do I see weird little, where's that? I see a bunch of sticks somewhere. Interesting. That's the kind of stuff I want to see. That's a major highway right there. It's the only highway. All right, so that's on the list. I'm getting in there somehow. I need to give this a day or two. Yeah, I'm getting in there. Over and out.